Video opens with a drone shot, slowly panning across a vast dark blue ocean. The water is deep, almost black. A massive, ghostly white silhouette glides effortlessly just below the surface, its form immense and indistinct. The only sounds are the deep, rhythmic thud of a heartbeat bass and the faint, melancholic ping of a sonar, which gradually fades into silence. It is the only hunter the ocean fears in silence. For centuries, sailors whispered its name in hushed tones, trading tales of a ghost that haunted the abyssal plains. They called it the Pale Phantom, the White Death of the Deep. To them, it was not an animal, but an omen, a specter born from the crushing pressure and eternal darkness of the sea's forgotten depths. They spoke of ships dragged into the void, of crews vanishing without a trace, leaving behind only a chilling stillness on the waves. These were more than just stories told around a flickering lantern. They were warnings, etched into the collective memory of those who made their living upon the water, a testament to a power they could neither comprehend nor control. It was a legend woven from the fabric of fear, a creature that existed at the very edge of human imagination, lurking in the borderlands between myth and the terrifying reality of the unknown. Modern science gave it a name: Carcharodon megalodon asterisk. A name that echoes with the weight of geological time, a clinical label for a creature that defies simple classification. They told us it was extinct, a relic of a bygone era, its reign ending millions of years ago when the oceans cooled and its colossal food supply dwindled. Paleontologists assembled its fossilized vertebrae, measured its serrated, hand-sized teeth, and constructed models of its gargantuan jaw, calculating a bite force that could crush steel. They painted a picture of a predator at the apex of all creation, a 60-foot engine of destruction that ruled the ancient seas with absolute authority. They placed it safely in the past, a monster confined to the pages of textbooks and the halls of natural history museums. They assured us that the ocean, while still mysterious, no longer held such titans. They were wrong. We now know it never left. It simply descended. It adapted. In the sunless canyons miles below the surface, where the pressure is 1,000 times greater than at sea level, and the temperature hovers just above freezing, it continued its lonely, silent reign. It evolved, shedding the need for the warm surface waters its ancestors knew, becoming a true creature of the abyss. Its skin, once a slate gray for ambushing prey from below, lost its pigmentation over countless generations in the absolute darkness, becoming a ghostly, predatory white. It is a living fossil, an impossible survivor that has outlasted the ages, a silent sovereign of a world we are only just beginning to explore. It does not hunt for sport or for territory. It hunts with an ancient, cold, and calculating intelligence, an efficiency perfected over millions of years of solitary existence. The sonar pings we send into the depths, our electronic eyes searching for secrets, are to this creature nothing more than the frantic heartbeats of intruders. It registers our presence not as a threat but as a curiosity, a brief and insignificant disturbance in its eternal kingdom. It has witnessed the rise and fall of countless species, the shifting of continents, the freezing and thawing of the planet. Our most advanced submarines are fragile shells in its domain, our deepest probes merely toys drifting into its hunting grounds. We search for monsters in the cosmos, in the distant stars and galaxies, never realizing that the greatest and most ancient of them all has been waiting patiently beneath our feet. It is a force of nature given flesh and bone, a reminder that in the grand, terrifying theater of the natural world, we are not the main actors. We are merely the audience, and the show is about to begin. The silence of the deep is not empty. It is waiting. It is listening. And now, something has drawn its attention to the surface. The ocean's apex predator, a master of its domain for over 400 million years. The great white shark is a marvel of evolutionary engineering, a living weapon honed by the relentless pressures of the deep. But what anatomical secrets make this hunter so lethally efficient? How is its very body structured for unparalleled predatory prowess? This is the anatomy of a weapon. Asterisk, asterisk. The first point of contact, and the most iconic feature, is the jaw. It's a devastatingly effective tool, but its power isn't just in the bite force. The true genius lies in its dental arsenal. A great white shark's mouth is lined not with a single set of teeth, but with multiple rows containing up to 300 serrated blades. These teeth are arranged in a conveyor belt system. As one tooth is lost or worn down, another from the row behind it rotates forward to take its place. This ensures the shark maintains a perpetually sharp, fully equipped maw, ready for action at any moment. Asterisk, asterisk. Each individual tooth is a triangular dagger, broad at the base and tapering to a point, with finely serrated edges. This design isn't for crushing. It's for cutting. When the shark bites, it often thrashes its head from side to side. This motion allows the serrated edges to saw through skin, muscle, and even bone with terrifying ease. This mechanism maximizes damage, creating catastrophic wounds that quickly incapacitate prey. It's a system of renewable, perfectly designed cutlery, making the shark's bite one of the most formidable in the natural world. Beneath the skin, the shark's internal framework provides a critical advantage. Its entire skeleton is composed not of heavy bone, but of lightweight, flexible cartilage. This cartilaginous structure, the same material that shapes human ears and noses, is significantly less dense than bone. This massive reduction in weight allows the shark to be more buoyant and agile in the water. It can accelerate with explosive speed, turn on a dime, and conserve precious energy during long patrols of its territory. This skeletal design transforms the shark from a lumbering brute into a nimble and deceptively fast underwater missile, giving it the crucial element of surprise. It is a biological blueprint for speed and efficiency. Asterisk, asterisk. Finally, its lethality is compounded by its mastery of stealth, a feature built directly into its skin. The shark employs a form of camouflage known as countershading. Its dorsal side, the top of its body, is a slate gray, sometimes brownish gray. When viewed from above, this dark coloration allows the shark to blend seamlessly with the dim, rocky ocean floor or the darker, deeper water below. To any prey swimming near the surface, like a seal or a sea turtle, the predator beneath them becomes virtually invisible. They are hunting in plain sight, hidden by a simple yet ingenious application of color. Asterisk, asterisk. Hundreds of serrated, replaceable teeth, a skeleton of lightweight cartilage built for speed and agility, and a skin that renders it invisible from above. Every part of the great white shark, from its jaw to its skeleton to its skin, is a finely tuned component in a biological war machine. It is not an evil monster, but a perfect predator, sculpted by nature to be the ultimate weapon of the seas. Asterisk, asterisk. In the abyssal depths, where light surrenders to shadow, a silent hunter glides. It sees not with eyes, but with something far more primal, an ancient sense tuned to the very essence of life itself. A hidden world, invisible to us, pulses all around it. This is the realm of bioelectricity, the faint, crackling energy that animates every living creature. Every beat of a heart, every flex of a muscle, sends out an infinitesimal electrical whisper into the water. For most, these signals are lost in the vast aquatic silence. But for the shark, they are a beacon in the dark. Etched across its snout and head are a series of small, almost imperceptible pores. They appear as mere blemishes on its skin, but beneath them lies a network of astonishing complexity. This is the ampullae of Lorenzini. Each pore opens into a long, jelly-filled canal that terminates at a cluster of specialized sensory cells. On screen, we can visualize this as a web of glowing, neon lines pulsing with a faint, otherworldly light beneath the predator's skin. This intricate web is not for touch, nor for taste. It is an electroreceptive organ system of unparalleled sensitivity. Imagine a fish, buried beneath the sand, perfectly camouflaged and utterly still, believing it is safe. Its body is inert, Its movements ceased, but its heart cannot stop. With every contraction, it generates a minuscule electrical field, a faint spark of life measured in nanovolts. To the shark, this is not a faint spark, it is a blinding flash. The ampulla of Lorenzini can detect these electrical impulses from a distance, translating the rhythm of a hidden heartbeat into a precise three-dimensional map. The jelly within the canals acts as a superb electrical conductor, channeling the prey's bioelectric signature directly to the sensitive nerve cells. As the shark draws nearer, the signal intensifies. The glowing lines on its snout pulse faster, brighter. The system is so finely tuned that it can distinguish the rhythmic pulse of a heartbeat from the random electrical noise of the ocean. It can even sense the direction and distance of the source with unnerving accuracy. The hidden fish's last desperate gamble of concealment has failed. The predator does not need to see it. It feels its life force. In the final moment, the shark strikes with absolute precision, guided not by sight, but by an invisible connection to the electrical rhythm of its quarry. This is a sixth sense, a window into the electrical dimension that surrounds us all, a power that has made the shark one of the planet's most enduring and successful hunters. A true electric predator, navigating a world we can only begin to imagine. From the murky depths, a shadow ascends. It's an attack from below, a tactic honed over millennia, a masterclass in predatory perfection. In the dark, cold waters off the coast of South Africa, the ocean's apex predator waits, a ghost in the gloom. It is the great white shark, and its hunting strategy is the stuff of nightmares. A perfect ambush executed with brutal efficiency. The target is unsuspecting, silhouetted against the bright surface, a stark contrast to the darkness below. The shark fixes its gaze, its entire body coiling like a spring, preparing to unleash a torrent of raw power. It is a moment of pure, primal focus, the calm before an explosive storm. There is no warning, no chance for escape. The predator's ascent begins, silent and swift, a torpedo of muscle and teeth rocketing towards the surface. This is not just a hunt. It is a declaration of dominance, a display of power that has ruled the oceans for ages. The initial launch is a spectacle of pure force. The great white shark can achieve burst speeds of up to 35 miles per hour, an incredible feat of biological engineering. Its powerful, crescent-shaped tail, known as the caudal fin, beats the water with immense force, propelling its multi-ton body upward with astonishing velocity. Every muscle fiber is engaged, every sinew strained, all for this singular decisive moment. It cuts through the water not just with speed, but with purpose, a living missile locked onto its prey. The water pressure builds around its conical snout, a hydrodynamic design perfected by evolution to minimize drag and maximize acceleration. The ascent is nearly vertical, a straight line from the deep to the surface, covering hundreds of feet in mere seconds. The world above is oblivious to the impending violence. The waves gently lap, the sun shines. But beneath the surface, a biological marvel is demonstrating the lethal physics of a high-speed ambush. This breathtaking display is known as breach hunting, a specialized technique aimed at one of the shark's most agile and energy-rich prey, the Cape fur seal. The shark's explosive upward thrust is so powerful that it launches its entire body out of the water, a 2-ton predator airborne for a fleeting, terrifying moment. The impact is catastrophic. The seal, often caught mid-swim, has no time to react. The shark strikes from its blind spot, the deep water directly beneath it, with the sun's glare providing the perfect cover. The collision is a concussive blast of force, instantly incapacitating or killing the prey. This isn't just a bite. It's an aerial assault, a strategic maneuver that combines the elements of surprise, speed, and overwhelming power to ensure a successful kill. The breach is the ultimate expression of the great white's predatory genius, a stunning and terrifying spectacle that solidifies its reputation as the ocean's perfect ambush hunter. For centuries, they have been the stuff of nightmares, portrayed as relentless, bloodthirsty monsters of the deep. The very word, shark, can conjure images of jaws, of mindless killing machines patrolling our oceans. But is this fearsome reputation based on fact, or is it one of the greatest myths of the natural world? The reality, as we'll see, is far more nuanced and infinitely more fascinating. Cut to a shot of a busy beach with swimmers. Then back to underwater footage of various shark species. A hammerhead, a reef shark, ignoring a diver. Despite their formidable appearance, sharks rarely attack humans. When we look at the data, the numbers tell a surprising story. Each year, there are roughly 70 to 100 unprovoked shark bites reported worldwide, with only a small fraction of those, typically 5 to 10, proving fatal. To put that into perspective, you are statistically more likely to be killed by a falling coconut, a lightning strike, or even a champagne cork. The International Shark Attack File at the University of Florida meticulously documents these encounters, and their findings consistently show that we are not on the shark's menu. In fact, many common species that share coastal waters with humans, like the nurse shark or the leopard shark, pose virtually no threat, preferring to feed on small fish and invertebrates on the seafloor. The narrative of a vengeful predator actively hunting humans simply doesn't hold up to scientific scrutiny. So, if sharks aren't trying to eat us, why do these incidents occur at all? The evidence points not to predatory hunger, but to a phenomenon known as the test bite. Sharks, particularly large species like great whites and tiger sharks, are naturally curious creatures. Lacking hands, they often use their mouths to investigate unfamiliar objects in their environment. A surfer on a board, a swimmer's thrashing limbs, or even the glint of jewelry can be mistaken for their typical prey, such as a struggling seal or a large fish. The shark takes an exploratory bite to determine if the object is a viable food source. Upon realizing the human is not the high-fat, blubbery meal it was expecting, the shark almost always immediately lets go and swims away. Tragically, due to the sheer power of their jaws and the sharpness of their teeth, even a single test bite can result in severe, and sometimes fatal, injuries. It's a case of mistaken identity, not malicious intent. Footage of a shark's eye up close. Then, show scientists using tracking tags and underwater cameras to observe shark behavior. Far from being mindless, sharks exhibit complex decision-making and sophisticated sensory abilities, honed over 450 million years of evolution. They are not swimming automatons driven by a singular urge to kill. Scientists using advanced tracking technology have revealed intricate migration patterns, complex social structures, and even distinct personalities among individual sharks. Their brains are highly developed, capable of learning and problem-solving. They utilize an incredible array of senses, from their keen eyesight and powerful sense of smell to their ability to detect the faint electrical fields generated by the muscles of other living creatures, a sense known as electroreception. This allows them to make calculated decisions about when, where, and what to hunt. An attack on a human is a miscalculation, a rare error in a highly refined predatory system. The video ends with a powerful, beautiful shot of a great white shark disappearing into the ocean's depths. The music swells slightly, becoming more wondrous and respectful. The image of the mindless killer is a powerful myth, but it's one that has cost these ancient predators dearly, fueling fear and hindering conservation efforts. When we peel back the layers of misconception, we find not a monster, but a highly evolved and intelligent animal, a crucial apex predator essential to the health of our oceans. Understanding the true nature of the shark is the first step toward replacing fear with respect and ensuring their survival for generations to come. The truth, as is so often the case in nature, is far more compelling than the fiction. What happens when the ocean's most feared hunter becomes the hunted? You might think of the great white shark as the undisputed king of the sea, a perfect killing machine honed by millions of years of evolution. But what if I told you there's another predator? One so intelligent, so powerful, that it can make a great white disappear with its mere presence. This is the story of a heavyweight showdown, a battle for dominance in the cold, unforgiving waters of the world. This is the rivalry between the great white shark and the orca. For years, scientists observed a strange phenomenon. A great white carcass would wash ashore, strangely untouched, save for one massive, gaping wound. The liver, a massive organ rich in energy and nutrients, was gone. It was surgically removed. The culprit wasn't a mystery for long. The only animal with the intelligence, power, and coordination to perform such a precise and devastating attack is the orca, or killer whale. But the method they use is a stunning display of brains over brawn, a testament to their deep understanding of their prey's biology. When an orca targets a great white, it doesn't just launch a brute force assault. Instead, it employs a highly sophisticated technique. The orca will often ram the shark from the side, using its immense weight and power to flip the great white onto its back. This is where the true genius of the attack lies. When a shark is turned upside down, it enters a trance-like state called tonic immobility. It becomes completely paralyzed, helpless, unable to fight back or even move. The ocean's apex predator is rendered utterly defenseless. In this vulnerable state, the orca can easily access the shark's nutrient-dense liver, consuming it at its leisure before discarding the rest of the carcass. It's a chillingly efficient and calculated hunting strategy. Even the apex predator has an apex predator. The consequences of these encounters are not just limited to the individual sharks that are killed. The psychological impact on the entire great white population is profound and immediate. Scientists tracking sharks off the coast of South Africa's Seal Island, a world-famous great white hotspot, witnessed this firsthand. After a pair of orcas, nicknamed Port and Starboard, moved into the area and began hunting sharks, the great whites vanished. Not for a day or a week, but for months, sometimes even years. The tracking data showed an exodus on a massive scale. Sharks that had patrolled those waters for years fled the region entirely, abandoning their prime hunting grounds in what can only be described as a response driven by fear. The moment the orcas were detected, the sharks' tracking signals would show them making a beeline for safer waters, often hundreds of miles away. The mere presence of these super predators was enough to clear out an entire ecosystem of its top shark predators. The ripple effects are enormous, changing the behavior of seals, smaller fish, and the entire marine food web. It's a stark reminder that in the ocean's complex hierarchy, there is always a bigger fish, or in this case, a much smarter whale. This isn't just a simple case of predator versus prey. It's a battle of wits, strategy, and sheer power that reshapes entire ocean environments. The great white shark, a symbol of primal fear and power, is forced to bow to the superior intelligence and cooperative hunting prowess of the orca. The king, it turns out, is not untouchable, and the throne is very much contested. The ocean has a new ruler. A journey etched into the very fabric of existence. A silent pilgrimage across the world's oceans. For some, the ocean is not a home but a path, a seemingly endless road that must be traveled. It is a cycle of movement, of life, and of death, written in the currents and tides. An instinct, ancient and unbreakable, calls them onward. A whisper from a destination they have never seen, yet have always known. This is a story of one of the planet's most epic and enigmatic voyages. A testament to the enduring power of an impulse that spans generations and bridges the vast blue divide of our world. It is a narrative of survival, of legacy, and of a profound connection to the rhythms of the earth. A connection we are only just beginning to comprehend. Each year, a great migration begins, an odyssey that stretches over 20,000 kilometers. It is a marathon of endurance, a relentless push against an unforgiving sea. They are travelers of the deep, their bodies honed by millennia of perpetual motion. Driven by an unseen clock, they leave the rich feeding grounds of the far north, surrendering the familiar for the unknown. The journey is a solitary one, a silent procession through a world of shifting blues and yayi the darkness. Weeks turn into months, and the world above with its seasons and storms becomes a distant memory. Their compass is internal, a map of magnetic fields and celestial cues passed down through a lineage of wanderers. They navigate with a precision that defies our understanding, crossing entire oceans to arrive at a single, specific point on the planet, a place whispered to them by their own DNA. This is not merely a trip. It is a fundamental act of their being, the defining chapter in their life story. The visuals change to a serene, sun-dappled lagoon. The water is clear and shallow, a stark contrast to the deep ocean. We see the gentle, shadowy form of a mother and her newborn calf. The destination is a sanctuary, a cradle in the warm, tropical waters. Here, in secret nurseries sheltered by coral reefs and secluded coastlines, the next generation is born. The mothers arrive, weary from their colossal journey, their bodies carrying the promise of new life. In these calm, protected shallows, they give birth away from the prying eyes of the deep, and the predators that lurk there. It is a moment of profound tenderness and vulnerability. The newborn, fragile yet instinctually aware, takes its first breath, its world a tranquil haven of light and warmth. For months, the nursery is a school, a training ground. The mother teaches, nurtures, and protects, her own needs secondary to the survival of her offspring. She passes on the lessons of the ocean, the language of the currents, and the unwritten laws of their kind. It is a period of quiet intimacy, a sacred bond forged in the gentle embrace of the tropics, before the inevitable call of the open ocean beckons once more. The scene darkens. We are back in the deep, open ocean. The footage becomes more abstract, hinting at a presence that is no longer there. A lone fin disappearing into the gloom. Yet a shadow hangs over this timeless cycle. An unsettling mystery that deepens with each passing year. They vanish. Without a trace, without a warning, they disappear from the map. One moment, their presence is a steady pulse in the ocean's vast heart. The next, there is only silence. Scientists track their epic journeys, marvel at their navigational genius, and stand vigil at their birthing grounds. But they are left with more questions than answers. Where do they go when they slip beyond the reach of our satellites and our understanding? Are they succumbing to a hidden threat, a subtle change in the ocean's chemistry, or the deafening noise of our own world? Or do they simply journey to a final, unknown destination? A place beyond the charted territories of our knowledge? A final chapter in their story that remains unread? Their disappearances leave a void not just in the ecosystem, but in our comprehension of the planet itself. They are a haunting reminder of how much we have yet to learn and how much we stand to lose. Final shot returns to the vast, empty ocean, mirroring the opening. The sun is setting, casting a long, melancholic light across the water. And so, the journey continues, a phantom procession through the heart of the sea. It is a story told in the language of waves, in the silence of the abyss, and in the empty spaces they leave behind. Their lives are a poetic verse in the great epic of our planet, a verse we can only partially decipher. As we look out upon the endless blue, we are looking at a world of profound secrets. A world that holds the story of their past and the key to their future. It is a future that is intrinsically linked to our own, a shared destiny that flows with the currents, binding us to these magnificent, mysterious travelers and the ancient, enduring rhythm of the ocean. Human storytelling. Video opens with a serene underwater shot. Sunlight filters through the water's surface. A surfer's legs dangle from their board, seen from below. The silhouette is long, almost elegant. A slow motion shot captures the peacefulness of the moment. From below, the shape is unmistakable. A long, dark form, fins extended, floating near the surface. It's a silhouette we've learned to associate with one of our own kind, a seal resting in the sun. For a great white shark, this familiar shape often triggers a primal instinct, a query born from millions of years of evolution. Is this food? Is this a competitor? The surfers, paddling gracefully on their boards, unknowingly mimic this ancient signal. They become part of the ocean's silent dialogue, their bodies casting shadows that dance on the seafloor, drawing the curiosity of the apex predator that patrols these coastal waters. Each wave they ride, each moment they wait, they are a fleeting image of a seal, a brief illusion in the shark's world. It's a dangerous case of mistaken identity, a misunderstanding between two species sharing the same aquatic space, often with tragic consequences. The shark, driven by instinct, investigates the only way it knows how, with a test bite. For the surfer, that moment of curiosity is a life-altering encounter. The scene transitions. We see dramatic, close-up GoPro footage from inside a shark cage. The massive, powerful form of a great white glides past, its eye a black, unblinking orb. The shark bumps the cage, and the camera shakes violently. The sound is muffled, just the clank of metal and the rush of water. There are places where we actively seek this encounter, where we intentionally step into their world. Off the coast of South Africa, in the cold, nutrient-rich waters of Gansbaai, we submerge ourselves in steel cages, inviting the ocean's most formidable hunter to come closer. We want to witness the power, the grace, the raw reality of the great white shark. Inside the cage, your world shrinks to the space between the bars. Your breath catches in your throat, trapped in the regulator, as a shadow detaches from the deep blue and resolves into a creature of immense size and presence. It's not the mindless killer from the movies. It is intelligent, inquisitive, and undeniably dominant. The shark circles, its movements fluid and deliberate. It bumps the cage not with aggression, but with a palpable sense of curiosity, testing the strange metallic object that has invaded its territory. In that moment, face to face with an animal of such ancient power, you feel an overwhelming sense of your own vulnerability. You are a guest in its kingdom, and the cage is a stark reminder of the fragile boundary that separates your world from its. The experience is humbling, stripping away the arrogance of human dominance and replacing it with a profound respect for nature's perfect predator. I was just paddling, waiting for the next set, a surfer recounts, his gaze distant as he remembers the day. There was no warning, just a sudden immense pressure on my leg and board. It felt like being hit by a truck. When I looked down, I saw the gray back in the fin as it released me and swam away. It wasn't malicious. It was a mistake. It saw my board, my silhouette, and made an error in judgment. I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. We were diving a reef, and she just appeared out of the gloom, a woman explains, a hint of a smile on her face. A huge great white. She didn't charge us. She just swam slowly around our group, looking at each of us, her eye. It felt like she was looking right through me, assessing me. There was no fear, just this incredible feeling of connection, of being seen by this ancient, intelligent being. She stayed with us for nearly 10 minutes, just observing. It changed my perception of them forever. They aren't monsters. They are complex animals that we are only just beginning to understand. A great white shark swims gracefully away from the camera, disappearing into the deep blue abyss. The sunlight from the surface fades, leaving the screen in darkness. These are the stories of our encounters, the moments when our worlds collide. They are tales not just of survival, but of connection, misunderstanding, and a shared existence in the vast, mysterious ocean. We often picture them as the apex predators of the ocean, the rulers of an ancient, watery kingdom. For hundreds of millions of years, they have patrolled these depths, embodying a perfect balance of power and grace. But the sovereign of the sea is now facing a silent, relentless tide of threats, and their reign is faltering. The vastness of their world, once a sanctuary, has become a labyrinth of dangers from which there is often no escape. We have trespassed in their home, and in our carelessness, we have pushed them towards a precipice they may never return from. The story of their decline is not one of natural selection, but a tragedy written by human hands, a reflection of our own impact on the world beneath the waves. One of the most indiscriminate threats they face is the invisible net. Every year, countless sharks are ensnared as bycatch, the unintended victims of fishing operations targeting other species like tuna and swordfish. Caught in long lines that stretch for miles or entangled in massive trawl nets that scrape the seafloor, their fate is sealed long before the lines are hauled in. They are seen not as magnificent creatures, but as collateral damage, a tragic footnote in the global pursuit of seafood. For these animals, built for constant motion to breathe, entanglement is a death sentence. They struggle against the unyielding mesh until exhaustion takes over, slowly suffocating in the very water that gives them life. Discarded back into the ocean, dead or dying, they become a heartbreaking testament to our wasteful and unselective methods. This is not a hunt. It is an accidental yet devastating massacre happening silently, deep beneath the surface, far from our sight and conscience. Beyond the accidental captures, a more gruesome and deliberate practice haunts them: finning. Sharks are hunted not for their meat, but for a single coveted part of their anatomy. They are hauled from the water, their fins sliced off while they are often still alive. A brutal amputation performed for the sake of a luxury dish. The rest of their body, deemed worthless, is then thrown back into the sea. Unable to swim, unable to balance, they sink to the ocean floor, where they endure a slow, agonizing death. They either suffocate, are eaten by other creatures, or simply bleed out in the cold, dark abyss. This cruel trade is driven by demand, turning a symbol of oceanic strength into a commodity. The image of a finless shark spiraling powerlessly into the depths is a stark and horrifying metaphor for the cruelty we are capable of, a stain on our collective humanity that is as deep and dark as the ocean itself. Millions of sharks meet this end each year, a staggering loss that ecosystems cannot sustain. As if these direct assaults were not enough, the very world they inhabit is crumbling around them. The vibrant, colorful coral reefs, bustling with life, are their nurseries, their hunting grounds, their sanctuary. But these underwater cities are turning into ghost towns. Rising ocean temperatures, a direct consequence of climate change, are causing widespread coral bleaching. The corals, stressed by the heat, expel the algae that give them their color and life, leaving behind ghostly white skeletons. With the death of the reefs comes the disappearance of the intricate web of life they support. The smaller fish and invertebrates that sharks prey upon vanish, seeking refuge and food elsewhere or perishing altogether. The hunters are left to patrol barren wastelands, their food sources depleted, their young left with nowhere to hide. They are slowly starving in a warming, acidifying ocean that no longer feels like home. Their struggle for survival has become a desperate search for sustenance in an increasingly empty world. Their story is a lament, a song of loss echoing through the silent depths. They are not monsters to be feared, but vital guardians of oceanic health, and their absence would create a void that could unravel the entire marine ecosystem. We have pushed them to the edge of existence, driven by greed, ignorance, and indifference. The reflection we see in their plight is a somber one, showing us a world out of balance, a world where our actions have devastating and far-reaching consequences. If we allow their song to fade into silence, the ocean will be a poorer, lonelier place, and we will have lost not just a magnificent predator, but a part of the wild soul of our planet. We must listen to their story, understand their struggle, and act before the tide of extinction pulls them under for good. The old stories painted them as monsters, shadows lurking in the deep, a primal fear given form in teeth and fin. For centuries, we saw them only as a threat, a danger to be conquered, a beast to be vanquished from our shores. Our relationship with the shark was one born of ignorance, a narrative of conflict written in the ink of misunderstanding. We hunted them, we feared them, we drove them to the very edge of existence, blind to the vital role they played in the world beneath the waves. We saw the predator but missed the shepherd. We saw the teeth but not the delicate hand that shaped the health of the entire ocean. The shark was a villain in a story we wrote for ourselves, a story that was tragically, fundamentally wrong. Now, the tide of perception is turning. Science has pulled back the curtain of myth, revealing not a mindless killer, but a keystone species, an ancient mariner whose existence is inextricably woven into the fabric of marine life. We are beginning to see the shark not as an enemy, but as an architect of the abyss, a guardian of the reefs, and a crucial indicator of the ocean's vitality. Their presence signals a healthy, thriving ecosystem. Their decline is a silent alarm, a warning of a system teetering on the brink of collapse. From the great white patrolling the seal colonies to the hammerheads sweeping the sandy flats, each species performs a critical function, a dance of predation that culls the weak and the sick, preventing the spread of disease and maintaining the genetic strength of their prey populations. This shift in understanding has sparked a new era of conservation, a global movement to protect these magnificent creatures. Researchers tag and track them, not to hunt, but to learn, deciphering the secrets of their migrations, their breeding grounds, and their complex social structures. Satellite data paints a picture of vast oceanic highways, journeys that span entire basins, reminding us that these animals know no borders. In the waters of Palau, the Bahamas, and South Africa, sanctuaries have been declared, safe havens where sharks can thrive without the threat of finning or indiscriminate fishing. These protected zones are not just for the sharks. They are living laboratories, proving that when the apex predator returns, the entire ecosystem begins to heal. Coral reefs become more resilient, fish stocks rebound, and the intricate web of life is re-woven. The future of the shark is no longer a story written by us alone. It is a shared narrative, a collaboration between humanity and the ocean. It is found in the classrooms where children learn about the importance of biodiversity, their fear replaced with fascination and respect. It is found in the courage of eco-tour operators who prove that a living shark is infinitely more valuable than a dead one, building local economies around wonder instead of destruction. It is found in the tireless work of activists and policymakers fighting for stronger regulations, for an end to the brutal fin trade, and for fishing practices that honor the delicate balance of the marine world. We are moving from being the shark's greatest threat to its most hopeful ally. Our role has transformed. We are no longer the hunters, but the custodians. We are the guardians of the guardian. The fate of the shark is now intertwined with our own wisdom and our own capacity for change. Protecting them is not just an act of ecological preservation. It is an act of redemption, a chance to correct the mistakes of the past and forge a new relationship with the wild. It is a promise to the future, a commitment to ensure that these ancient, vital creatures continue to glide through the blue expanse, shaping the world beneath the waves as they have for 400 million years. Their survival is a mirror reflecting our own. To lose them would be to lose a fundamental part of the ocean's soul, to unravel a tapestry of life that we are only just beginning to comprehend. To protect them is to protect the very pulse of the planet. To understand the shark is to understand balance in the ocean.